down? Wouldn't you
Because
die?
just because I'm born in a country doesn't give me any right to support it.
No, I know. I'm not telling you to support the
Yeah, no, I'm
politics.
just saying.
No, but you should support the country. I'm not saying to
No,
support
not in
like
like
Trump
a.
or the government. I'm just saying like the country is your country. Like,
Well, the country itself is made up of stolen land and capitalism, and unless it would be changed, then
so you want to die?
no. No, I would leave or stay and watch this country crumble.
Okay, I mean that's a
It's
good
not gonna.
idea. You should leave then. That's actually a good idea because like I'm starting to not like Canada and I plan to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave when I can. It's not available to me right now.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
18.
18. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, you should do it because yeah, I'm starting to not like Canada, and if it goes to shit, I'm probably gonna move to USA. So
No.
so
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know where I'll go, but not planning on staying.
All right. Well, at least I mean at least that's a plan. Uh, but I was recording, so just,
All right.
just so you know, I'm gonna post this on my YouTube.
Sorry.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I'm hoping you grow up and realize what a great nation you're in.
No.
That's a shame. That is a shame. The first thing she said to me when I saw her was, down with America. She showed me a picture of an upside down American flag. I'm like, okay, good for you. Hey, what's up? Hey, can you hear me? What's up? Trump, conservative, Bernie, libertarian, liberal.
This practice being recorded. That's pretty cool. Iranian-Canadian sports, Trump, Brexit,
You're
Israel.
you're really quiet, dude.
Dude, that's a lot of things you support for.
Yes.
Alright. I don't care if you're politically left or right, as long as you love the West like I do, I'm on your side.
Yes.
You have
Why
a
are you so
fucking,
quiet?
you have a Pornhub account, what the fuck? Alright,
Yes. Pornhub
okay,
is more free speech than YouTube.
fair enough.
So what's up? How old are you, man?
17.
And why is your voice so quiet?
Cause it's 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Where
Mm-hmm.
are you?
I'm in
Europe?
England. Yeah, England.
Ah, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say like I'm 11. I'm East Coast of Canada,
Yeah.
and it's 11 here. 10, sorry.
You support Trump 2020, Brexit, Israel, free speech,
Do you s-
Brexit, Greece, Brexit is, I don't remember.
do you
LGBT
support any of that?
Ah, I support free speech. I guess that's the only one.
Oof.
And maybe in the future, where the UK is stable, I would support Brexit, but not in one day.
I mean, Brexit already happened.
Yeah, I
So
know. That doesn't mean I have
after
to.
4 years, finally, like
Yeah,
honestly, I think Britain avoided a civil war.
I, as a Brit, think that's a very uneducated, deception. No, no.
Okay, then you don't know your own history because this was the first time in 500 years of British history where the Parliament did not do what the people wanted. Like the Brexit vote was 2016, and it took them 4 years to actually deliberate. Like
Dude, just
that's
because the government is awful doesn't mean a civil war is going to break out. The people of
that's
the
usually when civil war happens when the government's shit. That's not,
not in 21st century UK. 21st century UK, no one gives a shit. Like we're not in the conditions for a civil war. No one has any consciousness of politics today.
oh, my friend, that's the
No
thing.
one
I
has.
I was I saw a bunch of polls that showed
A
there
bunch
were
of
people that were
polls.
okay with killing politicians. There were anonymous polls done, and when people are saying stuff like "I'm okay with killing politicians," that's when things are.
Saying you're okay with killing politicians and organizing mass movements in order to fight against a tyrannical government are very different things, my guy.
No, no,
Just
no, but
because.
they're on the same scale. You have to understand, like it's like a step ladder. The tenth level is the one where yeah, let's get the guns and shoot
Okay,
people.
okay. So the
The
first level
first
is
level is saying
organizing.
let's want to kill the politician. Like that, it's a slope.
if it's 10 steps on a ladder, the first step is saying you don't like the government. The second step is saying you'd kill politicians. 10th step is a civil war.
Yeah.
Do you think a civil war could in any way break out in the UK? No, the people are disarmed, right?
The people are
Parliament
what?
would win. People are disarmed. There's no guns in the UK. Parliament would win within 20
You do.
seconds. Right? Parliament would win within 20 seconds. Right? The government would crush any forms of protest with ease. There is no chance a civil war will ever break out in the UK unless mass gun reforms are changed, or unless the government gets so tyrannical people start making their own guns.
That's the thing. Right
So
now, I think you guys avoided
say-
that. But if it wasn't for the conservative majority, I think 100% I could see a definite civil war happening because
You think
people.
if Labour won the 2019 election, there'd be a fucking civil war? That's very, very.
If no, no, no. I
Imagine-
think no, no, no. I think whoever would win a majority could actually get some things done. So I'm
You
just saying,
think if there was a hung parliament, there'd be a fucking civil war? No,
if Brexit doesn't happen, yeah, there'd be a civil war. In fact,
there would not be a civil war over Brexit. You have
There would-
no understanding of the British public if you think they'll break out into war against Parliament.
my friend,
Well,
first of all, like,
Naturally.
first of all, don't insult me. You have no idea who you're speaking to right now.
I have a
Second of
pretty
all,
good idea. It's a guy
you're
with
being
with
recorded.
Pornhub account.
Third of all, you're being recorded. And
Okay,
fourth,
well, I'm wearing sunglasses and a hat, and I've combed my hair lately, and I'm using a VPN. So I really mind.
relax. I'm not. I'm actually a peaceful person. I'm not trying to dox you, but it's people with your attitude that would cause us for war, and you don't even realize it.
Cause war, the fuck?
No, this aggressive attitude to people who disagree with you is something that
It's not
it could
that you
get.
disagree with me. It's literally the fact that you just have no concept of the British public. We're not going to go fight, right? We're not going to go fight things. We have zero class.
You'd be
consciousness.
surprised how many. First of all, right now, London's crime rate is higher than New York. New York. So
Crime is
you'd be surprised how many people are already violent, and that's why I said things are at a different. I mean, things are getting good now, like thank God. But I'm saying if it wasn't for what happened on January 31st,
How
you'd
would a
be
civil war
slipping to
break
that.
out? All right. I'm gonna be less condescending than I was before.
Oh, good. Thank God for that.
Assuming there was a hung parliament, and Brexit was not fully carried through, what order of events would lead from an unsuccessful attempt to leave the EU to a mass-scale civil war breaking out in the UK?
Simple. If you continue delaying what the people voted for 4 years ago, eventually people are like, are we not in a democracy? Are we not supposed to get our voice heard? And you have to understand when people start feeling their voice isn't heard, then they're like, you know what? If words don't hurt, I mean, if our words aren't being heard, we got to do violence. And that's why I support free speech, because I believe free speech is the number one tool to stop the radical right and the radical left. Because the thing that makes people become radical is when they feel like they're not being represented, they feel like they're being silenced.
But
So
you-
they
but you-
realize, let's stop using words and we got to start using our fists.
But you still haven't explained how civil war break out. You've said why civil war break out, which is the people aren't getting
Yeah.
their will and democracy is being denied.
Yeah.
But what steps go between people think, this is a bit unfair, to people picking up guns and starting to fight each other?
Well, it's all a bunch of it's all a slope. It
A slope,
slowly
but
would
how
be
does it
people
slope?
secretly listen, people would start planning to kill politicians. And as soon as one member of parliament gets killed, the government starts ordering more martial law. And when the government gets more tyrannical, the people start getting more violent, and they escalate each other all the way to the top.
But a
Listen,
member of
you
parliament
guys have some very scary people. I mean, they're kicked out of the parliament now, but you guys had some scary people in your parliament. Holy fuck!
Dude, there was an MP that was killed, right? A Joe Cox, British Labour Party MP, was literally killed in 2016, right?
Was it after Brexit?
That
Oh,
escalated.
well, that actually proves my point. Okay, good.
It
I'm gonna say that.
wasn't due to Brexit, but it was after Brexit. It was due to something
No,
else.
but that's my point. Is like everything was scaling from 2016 onwards.
But
There
listen,
were
but
things
listen,
happening in Britain that have never happened in 500 years of British history.
Dude, the murder of this MP was 1 month after the vote for Brexit, and it was completely unrelated to Brexit. It was related to the fact that the MP had gone to a mosque, and an alt-right person did not like that, and they did not like Muslims in general, so
Yeah.
they stabbed her. That isn't in any
Well,
way.
yeah, you guys should be careful for Muslims. As a former Muslim myself, you should really be careful not to get your country get taken over by Islam. Because if you
Taken
notice,
over. Oh my
Hindus,
god.
Sikhs,
How?
Asians, Christians, Jews, they all voted for conservative. It was just the Muslims that voted for Labour. That to me is a suspicious sign. Something else is going on. What's the name of the MP that was killed?
Joe Cox.
Joe Cox. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to save this.
But
But I mean,
it's
either
not
way, my
most
point
people
is,
voted for Labour.
it's good. We're
Most of
good
my
now.
friends,
Huh?
dude, most of my friends that vote for Labour are white, right?
I,
Are
I
white
didn't
Christian,
mention people's skin color. You could be white and Muslim. People think I'm white, and I was Muslim.
white Christian Brits. I said you need to listen to the rest of the sentence. I said white Christian Brits, right? Not
I don't think they
not
were real Christians if they voted for Labour. They probably pretended to call
that's
themselves
that's
a
that's
Christian.
just a that's just a no true Scotsman fallacy saying that like how does that work? How are they not real Christians if they vote for a specific political party?
No, no, no,
What?
no. Most likely based on patterns. Uh,
Based on what pattern? Give me a peer reviewed study for that.
oh, simple. A basic fact is one of the fundamentals of Christianity is their opposition to abortion. Now, just so you know, I'm actually pro-choice, so I'm not really against abortion, but in
Abortion is not a
general,
big debate here in the UK.
what?
Abortion is supported by the Conservative and by the Labour Party, right? It
Yeah, I
isn't
know
a topic
that.
of the
Yeah.
news, right?
Same with
One of
Canada.
the
Same with us.
okay, one of the biggest principles of Christianity, right, is Christianity the Christianity the principle the principle of the meek will inherit the earth, the principle of those who are kind. I don't remember what verse it is, but I think it's in Matthew, right? It is
Uh-huh.
easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven, right? People who are Christians and have read the Bible and the New Testament and have fully thought of its words will probably listen to that and be more morally opposed to the fact that there are rich people. Now, since Labour is a democratic socialist party, but that's in the Bible. I can give you a reference.
Oh no no
Since
no
Labour
no!
is a
Because
democratic
again,
socialist
with
party,
the general pattern, I can say. Let me send you the link to the study. Is Christianity are first of all Protestant. They arguably invented the idea of capitalism. So no, majority of Christians would most likely donate to the poor, but they would not support a government.
Protestant is in an entity. Protestant is in one huge entity that has single-handedly managed to invent capitalism. Protestant,
No, no, it's
Protestant,
one of the biggest, yeah, contributors
right?
of the
The
invention of
guy,
capitalism.
the man who invented capitalism, right? As in the economic theories, Adam Smith
No, it's
was
not.
a Protestant, right? His economic theories led to the foundations of modern capitalism in the UK and Scotland.
And USA, yeah, I know, but again, he's not the main contributor of
No,
capitalism.
he's the person that directly made it relevant to the UK, right?
I
For
know he made it
example,
relevant in America. I wasn't aware of UK, but okay, good for him.
well, he was Scottish,
Okay, good for him.
like he lived in okay, and he was Protestant, but you can't assign Protestantism as an entity, right? The title of inventing capitalism, right? It isn't an entity. It isn't that simple. A
It is
Protestant invented
actually. I
capitalism.
said if I didn't say invention, I said one of the biggest contributors
Was
to the
Protestantism
invention.
how is
And
Protestantism as a whole movement contributing to an economic philosophy?
because Protestants, one of the biggest lines of Protestantism is also like one of the lines that's like the opposite of the Communist Manifesto, which was Communist Manifesto. One of the biggest one is like uh, from each according to his needs to each according to his ability.
The
Protestantism
Communist
came up with the
Manifesto. Listen,
yeah, be
the
quiet.
Communist
Wait,
Manifesto.
wait, let me finish. And then the Protestantism has this line that said, "Those who do not work don't. Those who work can eat, or those who do not work don't eat." It was something along. I'm sure you know the line. It was like those who don't work don't eat, something like that. And again, that's one of the biggest foundations of capitalism, which was makes it one of the best systems in the world. Uh, and that's one of the things that Protestantism, whatever you call it, they came up with that.
Okay, but you clearly look. Capitalism as an economic ideology has existed since roughly 1692, when the Wealth of Nations was written. Communism as an ideology has existed since 1848, when the Communist Manifesto was written.
Right.
Protestantism existed since the church was split into the Anglican Church by Henry VIII in 1572. Right. Protestants have existed for 120 years longer than capitalism. Capitalism has existed for 150 years longer than communism.
No.
Communism
The
existed
existence
as a
is
criticism
when
of
they called as
capitalism.
a name. Capitalism technically existed since the beginning of humanity, like
You're
throughout
saying Protestant,
evolution.
but
That was pretty much
you're
capitalism.
ignoring merchant republics. You're ignoring merchant republics. You're ignoring anarcho-syndicalism. You're ignoring tribalism. You're ignoring feudalism. Like, it isn't capitalism. Not all free trade is capitalism. That's not how it works. Capitalism is in the word capital, right? The accumulation of capital, corporation. Like, okay, and you've said that Protestantism contributes to capitalism because Protestantism is opposed to one of the lines in the Communist Manifesto. But the Communist Manifesto is irrelevant in this argument.
No.
It was written
No. I used the Communist Manifesto as a
150 years
line to
after.
relate. I wasn't saying they made it because they read the Communist Manifesto. Oh, we should do the opposite. I'm just saying like that's kind of. I was trying to use an example to show you what's their version of that line
But,
from the Communist Manifesto.
but the Communist Manifesto isn't a foundational text of communism, it's a criticism of capitalism, right? If you're looking for a building block onto Karl Marx's ideas for the world, read things like Capital, read something like,
Das Kapital?
um, yeah, Das Kapital, read something like a critique of the Goethe program, which is called critique, but builds and expands a lot of things. Read Engels, The Principles of Communism, right? If you're looking for something that criticizes capitalism, the Communist Manifesto is perfect. But the Communist Manifesto is just a criticism. Now, you can say that Protestantism is opposed to this criticism, but you haven't given me a reason to why Protestantism is in favor of capitalism. You can just say why two specific quotes you've chosen are opposed to each other, and therefore the ideologies and movements as a whole are opposed. How does it contribute? Not how are they opposed through the
Oh, that's
direct.
literally how it contributed. Like, first of all, I strongly disagree with the idea of
Historically,
capitalism was made
historically,
by Adam Smith.
historically,
Like I
how did
said, it's
Protestant?
existed for a long time. Adam Smith maybe is the one who gave it a name, but it's existed for a very, very long time.
No,
I
it
would
hasn't.
argue that it's the beginning of human history.
Every single capitalist philosopher agrees that Adam Smith is the founder of modern day capitalism, right? Milton Friedman agrees, right? Okay? Murray Rothbard agrees.
I
Ayn
don't know who
Rand,
Mary Rothbard is.
Murray Rothbard. They're three of the most famous capitalist writers of all time. And all of them agree that Adam Smith was the founder of capitalism. Capitalism has not existed since the dawn of human time.
It actually has, but they didn't call it capitalism. That's the. Okay,
But
wait.
that's
Right now we're just arguing on labels. I'm saying it existed through humanity. You're saying
but
it
we're
did.
arguing
What's your
semantics.
point in all this?
My point in all this is that you can't just by quote two direct things and say Protestants have invented capitalism directly because I'm going to by quote two different things, because you you say that capitalism exists since human nature, right?
Yeah,
And
mostly.
you said that Protestants have contributed the most to capitalism, and I say that Protestants and capitalism are not intertwined whatsoever, other than the fact that the founder of capitalism was a Protestant. And I say B, that capitalism as an economic ideology has not existed since the dawn of human time, because it isn't just free commodity trade. That's not what capitalism means. Capitalism means accumulation of capital. That's why it's called capitalism. That's why the word was coined.
No.
And I
But
can
that's the thing. Part
me selling
parts of
me selling
capitalism is the idea of free trade, and
of
that's why I
course it
said
is, but it's also
that's
capital. Capital is the important part. Capital
yeah. But
is
again, like, but that's not all of it. That's why you're confusing when I say parts of things were created. Like I didn't say Protestants created capitalism. I said they were the biggest contributors to capitalism. And again, this works with so many other things. In some ways, even Islam was capitalist.
a bun,
Was pro
right? A
capitalism.
bun.
But mostly Islam is more fascistic. But that's a
Listen,
different story.
a bun. A bun is part of a hamburger, but not the whole hamburger is the bun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, although the bun of free trade is necessary for capitalism, you also need the burger, which is capital accumulation. And capital accumulation as an economic theory could not exist until the Industrial Revolution, when it revolutionized production and allowed large factories, allowed the new class strata to form, right? Through historical materialism, you can analyze it like that. You can analyze it other ways if you disagree with it, right? But you can't say that. Well, you can, but I don't think you should say that one religion is similar to one economic ideology, and then Islam is similar
Yeah.
to fascism, which was invented by Evola, right? Like
No. But again,
Evola,
even
it
though
was
listen, even though the
20
founders
seconds.
of fascism were not even close, like Islam was created like 1400 years ago. But I'm saying ideology-wise, Islam has always been fascistic even now, most Muslim countries are fascistic, even though they don't call themselves fascist. Like Iran, they don't call themselves fascistic, but they are. They're literally a fascist state. So I'm saying because I'm from Iran, I can probably say the same about most Muslim countries, uh, with like 5 seconds of research because
I can probably say the same about Israel.
Hmm?
I can probably say the same about Israel.
That's the difference though. Israel is not fascistic. I could see the argument if you say Israel is a nationalistic ethno state. I could technically see that, but it's not fascistic because Israel allows minority rights and it allows freedom of speech for Israel has an anti-Israel party. Like how anti like imagine if the Nazis had an anti-Nazi party. Are you kidding me?
No, they did. There was a communist party. There was literally
Not when Hitler was in charge.
no, when Hitler was in charge, because Hitler purged the communist party.
Exactly, and that's the thing with Israel. Israel is in charge, and they didn't purge the anti-Israel party. There's so many anti-Zionist voters.
You're talking to me, and we have two completely different definitions of capitalism and of fascism. My definition.
No,
is,
we have similar. No, we have similar
and your
definitions, but
definition is
you're
like
just using
generic
part of
like
mine.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. I can't be bothered. All right, see you on YouTube or whatever. Bye.
All right, evidence. You know, that's interesting. I was having a good conversation with him. I don't know why he left. He had a few good points, but I guess, I mean, maybe that's the thing. That's the mentality of these leftists is that I say when something is a part of a definition or part of an invention, they say no, it's all of it, which that makes no sense. Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Hey, oh, you put nationalism. Why'd you put
Oh,
nationalisme?
to talk to nationalists, I suppose.
Well, I don't support all nationalists because I know there are a lot of radical ones, but yeah, I would
As long
call
as-
myself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not super interested in like civic nationalism or any of that gay shit.
no,
but
I'm civic nationalist.
oh, man,
Well, I mean, you're being recorded right now. You support like racial nationalism?
yeah.
What country are you in?
I don't like. Well, I'm in the United States, but
I'm Canadian, and yeah, I support American nationalism and Canadian nationalism, but and possibly
I support
Australia.
white.
I don't
I
support white nationalism.
white nationalism.
I strongly oppose white nationalism. Yeah,
You're straight white.
yeah, but well, I'm not a stream. Well, sometimes I stream, but mostly I upload
Nah,
to
I'm
YouTube,
being recorded.
and you're being recorded.
Nah, it's okay. I didn't read this.
You're okay with being recorded, right?
I don't know how that goes. Better, I suppose so.
Well, I mean, you could listen. You can add me on Discord or Snapchat, or Instagram, and we can have an anonymous conversation. But you're being recorded right now.
It's fine. I'm
Oh,
checking out your channel.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, so I think because some people confuse patriotism and nationalism, I think there's a lot of things they have in common. But overall, I think
Oh yeah, I stand with Israel. Oh, gross.
I mean, I'm not surprised a racial nationalist hates Israel, but I don't support Israeli
Islamic
nationalism.
Reformation.
Yeah.
LGBT Trump. LGBT Trump. Dude, you're an Iranian-Canadian. You're Iranian, and you stand with Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Trump 2020 Brexit. Porno. Wait, you put your videos on Pornhub? Didn't they offer Sargon a chance to do that?
I'm not sure. I don't follow him that closely. I mean, I like him, but really?
It's usually. I feel like when he some demonetization, or like one of his channels got banned or something like that happened, and Pornhub offered to host.
Whoa.
Sargon. I love.
Okay, wait. Let me stop.